Alright, hey guys, welcome back to another video, and today we have just a quick two little posts from the developers on the snowballing thread. We have gone over this thread for so long. We're up to 70 pages. I probably have like, I want to say over a dozen videos on this thread, but we have some more information, so I thought why not? Plus, we might get some, what's called, information on changes coming soon, so don't want to skip that and don't want to not show that to you guys. So without further ado, we're going to go check it out. Link down below in the description like always, and let's do it. So first we have a player asking the developer. The player says, "Hello, I'm sorry for tagging you, but could you please confirm us if AI is coded in a way to force war with the faction joined by the player? In other words, will AI change its campaign behavior when the player joins a faction as mercenary or vassal? And is it the case too when the player creates its own kingdom? Any input would be appreciated." I'm pretty sure they have answered this in the past that it does not work that way. There are some, I wouldn't say exceptions, but it doesn't work exactly like that. Like AI will not specifically target you if you are the player or if you join a faction. They will not specifically target you. It might seem that way because once you join the faction, or especially if you own your own kingdom, you need to take the first approach when it comes to making peace. So it might seem like they're staying at war longer with you, but in all reality, you have to make the choice when it comes to peace, if that kind of makes sense. So it might feel that way, but I don't think it works that way. But let's see what the developers say. The developer says there's no that kind of behavior. In most of the above examples where players are facing too much enemies and long wars happen, because kingdom includes player becomes strongest kingdom which conquered most lands. Okay, so what he means by this is the reason why it looks like you're facing a lot of enemies and longer wars is because usually a kingdom that has the player, they're the most successful, therefore they will fight more enemies usually. Then he states when a kingdom conquers 20, 30, or 40% of settlements, other kingdoms declare war against the kingdom with higher probability to stop the kingdom from conquering the world, which is good. This is a way to stop snowballing. So obviously, if a kingdom becomes way too strong and owns about 40%, almost half of the world, more kingdoms will decide to, jump on that kingdom to kind of calm them down and make sure they don't take over, which is good. And it kind of makes it so, the further you get in your success to take over, the harder it becomes, which is also good. It kind of ramps up the pressure as it should. If you own more, then there should be more pressure. Okay, then we have another one saying, in your case, it seems we was not the strongest faction, but they were facing too much enemies when you were their vassal. Okay, so it's just a different save that he's talking about. And then he's also thanking Blood Griffin for the tests up here that I saw. Just snowballing tests in general. This is what they do after every single patch on this thread, if you aren't aware. What the snowballing test is, pretty much, it's just to see, like, the lower the number, the better, but you also don't want it to be too low. And what that number really represents is how strong, how much imbalance there is in the world. If the world is completely balanced, the number I think will be 0, and you don't want it to be 0 because you don't want the world to be completely balanced, but you want there to be some imbalance, but not too much imbalance to the point where a kingdom takes over the whole map after 10, 20, 30, 40 years. So yeah, as you can see, a lot of stuff is counted here. So good job to him. He's always on track and always providing good feedback to the developers. All right, and we have one more player asking a question. We have, would it be possible to add something to make this clear for the players? It mostly escaped my notice. I kind of remember top dog penalty. Was that it? Because there's no sign that the wars was anything but random. Okay, so before I read the dev response, one thing that is common, the devs have stated previously a lot of times, is we are going to get pretty much reasons for war or whatever. It isn't going to be as descriptive as they wanted, but it will still give you an indication of what it could, kind of what the reason for war is. So I don't know exactly how that's going to be shown to the player. Hopefully, I'm pretty sure it might be shown in the war tab. You know how now in the war tab we have like a list of stuff that happened during that said war. I'm pretty sure if you scroll all the way down to the beginning, it's going to give you the reason for war, and maybe they might even put it somewhere at the top, maybe top right, top left, in like small font saying war was started because of this or something like that. But the developer says players will be able to see war reasons in next patches. There you go. However, it will be shown only when a new war/peace voting is announced. There will be a reason shown to player. For current wars, there will be no reason shown. We can think alternative additions. Put it in that log. I think that's very important. If you put it in that log in the war tab, I think it'll be very good. But obviously, I think what they mean is they're probably going to do it as a notification that pops up, and it's going to stay on the right side until you click off of it. Still, there can be small bugs. Also, according to player reports, too many players suffering multiple/long wars and no peacetime remained. It can be related. Another problem also, I'll examine it. Save files can be useful. There you go. So if you guys do have some save files and you guys are having that problem, go send it to him. There's the email right over there. This will be linked down below as well. But as you can see, we are getting war reasons in the next patches. Not the next patch, just so people don't get confused. Next patches. It could be 1.5.11. I don't know if they're going to go to 1.5.12 yet, but I know 1.5.11 is definitely going to happen. We have gotten news from other videos on my channel where we went over different threads where 1.6 is it's going to have some good changes as well. So yeah, good to see. Like I said, it's not much to talk about, but I thought why not just make a quick update on the thread, because it's kind of been a staple on this channel. This thread, we have gone over it way too many, I want to say way too many times. A lot of times. It was very good information all the time, and it's good to see that there's more information on stuff that is to come. But yeah, that will do it for me. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Hopefully it was informative, and like always, stay safe.